And so with that review done, let's go ahead and get right into Midway. So what is there to say about Midway? I went into it not really expecting too much, leaving it just very just let down with the experience that I had with the movie. So this movie is a period piece and it takes place in World War II, and it's not one of the better war films. It really isn't. Like, if you want to see a better war film, you probably have a better chance of checking out 1917 or just Saving Private Ryan or movies like that. I mean, shit, even like Pearl Harbor. You probably have a better movie experience with that. Because this movie, it just does bad on so many levels. For one, it's a failure at balancing all of its characters. It has so many storylines with different characters individually. Some of them meet up, but they had their individual struggles, and it tries to like go through each of them, like how they would do up in like a TV series. But they have multiple episodes to where they can like flush out each storyline, so they could spend one episode maybe on storyline 2, and then the main storyline kind of threads all through it. But you can spend individual episodes worrying about storyline 3, storyline 4, storyline 2 again, and this and that, and go that route. This movie try to do that, follow that same formula, but it only has a certain amount of time to do it, and it just doesn't do it well. You don't connect with the characters. Like, the character development was not the best, and when something dramatic happens, like say, a character dies, it's not felt. And it doesn't give enough time to a person's story. It focuses on just going from one to another without any emotional connection or good acting to sell it. Like, literally, like when you're just kind of like getting into this person's storyline, it jumps from that to another person. And then it jumps to that to another person. Then it jumps back to the other person. Then it just jumps all around. And it doesn't have like a stable like storyline to where it needs to go, and then it keeps subs. It tries to keep everything as a main storyline, and it should not do it. It should not do it that way. It leaves a whole lot to digest, and what you're digesting isn't good for you. And Midway does have some big names like Woody Harrelson, Dennis Quaid, as well as Aaron Eckhart. But the bad balance of characters as well as the development of the characters makes them very forgettable. Like, literally, when you think of Midway, you would not think of these big names being attached to it because it just doesn't spend enough time on their characters or just any characters for you to just really remember it. And this movie is just flooded with just bad acting. Just all around, just bad acting. Like, a lot of actors just seem like they phoned it in and they just wanted to get a paycheck, which I don't even know if they got that shit. And the CG was very noticeably bad. Not all of it was, but a lot of it was. It was just not really anything good to look at as far as the visual effects. The writing wasn't the best either. And to end this review off, it's just one thing that just stood out to me when I was putting together my notes and stuff for this review. I had noticed something that just, maybe I'm immature to kind of like notice it and point it out. But the actor Ed Skrein plays a guy named Dick Best. Now, I can only imagine that, like, having a name like that, when you have those forms where the last name is in front of the first name, and I get it, like, people name, might be Dick, their real name is Richard, I get that. But let's just say, for just this conversation, his real name is Dick, and his last name is before his first name. I would think that would be the best name for a guy to have, especially if you want to like tell a chick that and just kind of get your rocks off. But in any case, with that aside, the movie is just a complete miss. It has some good qualities to it, but a lot of the good qualities did not overweigh the bad qualities. This is just a movie that was not appealing to the eye. It was not appealing to just being able to sit down and watch it and just give your time to it. It was not a great movie. Not a great movie at all. And if you ever come across it, I feel like you should just skip it and just watch 1917. That will be a better viewing experience, especially now.